What's up, Leilani? What's up, girl? Hey, Serafina. Say hi. We're at Red Robin, eating some burgers. Hey, Richard.
Robbie, wow.
Filmmaker right here, man. Yo, eating his burger properly. So currently I'm traveling to this camp out for the Weimar Academy kids because I'll be speaking one more time. But I was just driving along the way and man, this is gorgeous. You gotta check this out. Anyways, it was just like, man, this is so amazing. I was thinking about God's glory and looking at the nature and looking at the handiwork of God. And man, He made all of that. And that is insane. And to me, it's just like, man, we serve a mighty God. Yeah, cool. Let's continue our journey. Right now we're at the nature place and I just slept in the tent. And it was pretty cold last night, but I have a beautiful view right in front of me. It's really nice just hearing the water as I was sleeping, but it's really cool. Today's the last day. I'll be speaking for the morning. I'll be sharing my testimony and making an appeal. And yeah, so it's gonna be a good day for sure. So I just got done with week of prayer at Weimar Academy and I did a baptismal appeal. It was a blessing and about 8 of them stood up. So it was really cool. It was really neat to see. And it was some of my Teen Bible Academy kids that stood up. I was like, yes, praise Jesus. But yeah, so I was driving by and I saw this view and I just wanted to show it to you guys real quick. Bam. That's a beautiful view, man. Super pretty. All right, on the way back, almost home. Well, about 4.5 hours until I reach Modesto. So, all right.
Oh, you bet you can.
So right now we're at this ramen shop, and there's a lot of ramen options. Jeremy, are you excited?
Oh, I'm hungry.
Brother, are you excited? We're super excited. I'm pretty excited. I got the X ramen, and you got the. What did you get?
Curry ramen.
Curry, and then you got the
Miso.
miso. We're gonna see it right now.
Ramen is not a dry noodle.
Good.
Why not?
Because I wanna.
Without mixing it.
Wait, we should.
Wait.
Dude, ooh.
Oh.
Yeah, my room's getting painted. So I got this navy blue here. It's been since 2009. Wow, 8 years. It's gonna be done this week. I'm excited. My stuff right there. Awesome. Awesome. Oh man, what a week. What weeks. Hey everybody, this is Robbie Bacola here with vlog number 6, and I just came back from week of prayer at Weimar Academy. And in fact, this past weekend I just came from a camp out with them, and it's been a journey. It's been a crazy and a fun journey, though God has blessed every single week. I started with Teen Bible Academy. I was there for 3 weeks with 37 students. And it was really neat to be in nature with them, to study with them, and to even do outreach and ministries, with them. And after 3 weeks, I went to this thing called SoCal Camp Meeting, which is a yearly thing, and all these people from these different churches come together. We learn We grow, and it's really cool because there's different types of tents. There's a youth tent, young adult tent, the main auditorium, there's kids tents, and so forth. I had the privilege of being a part of the youth tent. Most of my time I did music with some friends, and then I went to the young adult tent, and I also played music in the main auditorium. It's been a really neat experience. And then after SoCal camp meeting, it's as if God said, I'm still not done with you yet. I ended up going to this thing called Korean camp meeting. I don't have any footage for that, but I basically did a lot of the music there. Afterwards, I went to this thing called I Share, which is a weekend thing. It's really cool because all these co-porters and these students from Youth Rush come together, share experiences, and then on Sabbath, we have these different speakers that speak on a variety of topics, and it's just a really cool place to meet up with old friends and make new friends too. By the way, during iShare, we also sold some of Shayna Ash's CDs that Saturday night, so that was pretty cool. And then after that, I did some recordings with some people, with Karina Lopez, Becky Messer, Dawn and Dusk, and some other people, I'm pretty sure. And we're still continuing to record more stuff. But after iShare, I went, that's right, I spoke to the junior class of Modern Bay Academy, and we went out on another nature camp out spot. And it was a whole weekend. I did Friday night, Saturday morning, and Saturday evening, and a friend of mine did Sunday morning. And after that, I went to week of prayer for Weimar Academy for the whole school. The first 3 days, I know Kenda actually spoke. From Thursday or to Saturday, I took over, and it was really cool because we had them do discussions. So instead of me leading out, I led and taught 8 or 9 students to lead a Bible discussion. God really blessed that time. It was a really neat experience. I was able to share my testimony Saturday morning. Did a bit of a baptismal appeal. 8 or 9 of them stood up, I believe, and it was my very first one. It was an honor, it was a privilege for sure. So that's where I just came from, and it's been a huge and impactful experience. God has taught me a lot of different things. Personally, there's one thing that stuck out to me the most, where God was teaching me as I was going through this journey, as I was busy doing God's work. And you know, when you're doing God's work, it is a good thing, it is a blessing. But when you love the work of God more than the God of the work, then it becomes a problem. During iShare, it was Sabbath morning. I was doing work, doing my thing, because I was leading out the whole song service part of the iShare. The Lord really spoke to me. It was a woman that was sharing. I think her name is Mrs. Page. She's part of the conference. I don't remember what exactly she said, but she basically said that she was going through God's work. She forgot about her first love, and God was reminding her that you need to come back to your first love. She just gave the whole spiel about the Mary and Martha. You know, Martha was busy doing the work while Mary was at the feet of Jesus learning. Jesus basically says that this is the best thing that you can do. And for me, that spoke to me because I realized, I started to become prideful in my heart, and started to believe that I can do it, that I'm the one that's, making this work prosper. I remember we were praying that morning, and I was like, man, I need to come back to Jesus. And so I remember tears started to roll down my face because I realized I was leaving my first love, and I wanted to recommit myself to God at that moment. Despite how busy you may be, despite how active you may be in ministry, never forget your first love. I love how one friend put it, or one friend quoted from another author, and she basically said that where there's pride in the heart, there's no room for Jesus to dwell in. Those are the lessons I've kind of learned along the way. What about you? Is there any lessons or any thing that God has been teaching you recently? That'd be really cool to hear from you. Oh, by the way, one thing I forgot to share is at the end of week of prayer, when I finished preaching, the team there gave me this little thank you thing. It was really neat, just polka dots, and they basically had everyone sign it. All the students signed it. Really appreciated their comments, and I know that God was really working. And I remember I was eating lunch right after I preached, and I was with this group of people, and this girl named Linda. She's at the back, not at the back, but kind of near the group, and I noticed she was kind of making this wood thing. Long story short, she ended up passing me this little thing right here. I don't know if you can see it. It's this little fishing fish thing. And it says basically Weimar. At the very bottom it says the date, which was September 9, 2017. Really neat. This actually made me happy. This really blessed my day as soon as I was done preaching. Yeah, I'm gonna keep this forever and ever and ever. If you haven't seen the previous vlogs, go ahead and check them out. If you haven't seen the previous music videos, you don't want to miss those either. If you want to show some your support, go ahead and like, subscribe, and comment. That would mean a lot to me. With that in mind, God bless, have a good day, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.